Hi John, this is Gareth from JBT. Just a quick video to walk over your lovely new Ballistic 6.5 metre. Here she sits at the moment. I apologise about the weather. I know she's destined for somewhere a little bit nicer than this. But I'll walk you around the boat just to give you an idea where the controls are and setting her up for using. Okay. On the outside of the boat, I know you're familiar with the hull. The new engine is going to be quite different to your existing unit. This engine is extremely quiet, absolutely fantastic on fuel as well. I had 6 miles to the gallon reading on her on trial, so I know that she's going to serve you definitely on the fuel side of things, and the performance is brilliant, and the noise, see, very quiet. So the engine itself, not a lot you need to sort of play around with too much. The releasing mechanisms are these levers on the side. There's one on the front and one either side at the back. Underneath the cowling, anything you need to address will be coloured yellow, and that the only two things that are coloured yellow are the oil fill and the oil test. Okay. Round here, as with all Yamahas, you have this device which you unscrew, and after use you can undo it and you can plug in a connector to that and flush the head out or the engine out with fresh water. Saves you running the engine on muffs post use, and so it gets rid of all of the water that's, well, the salt that's maybe left in the engine from using. And I say once it's done, you do it up. After use, make sure the marina do clean the bottom, clean the body of the engine, and at least get some fresh water onto the steering. Prior to use, you've got 2 bungs, 2 large Kirby bungs, one for the hole at the bottom here, one for the internal drain hole, which is down there, just beyond that bilge pump, coming in from this direction here, and that'll drain the water through the hull to out here when you're sort of laying out of the water. You've got 2 500 gallon per hour pumps there, both exit the transom here. On the transom you also have 2 fold down steps for people who want to get in and out of the water. Your transducer, which is wired into the GPS and GPS and depth unit, that's all there. And also on the frame, like you had before, I believe, you've got the rod holders, your towing eye, all your extra lights, and also these high cleats which you can hang your ropes on, and obviously that avoids chafing on the main tubes. Okay, now coming aboard, I have to go aboard, I have to take my shoes off. Now she's all prepped, ready to sort of go. That was a little bit wobbly than I hoped. Where we go. So, once the boat's in the water and we're looking to use her, we've got this little lever which releases the catch. That'll all pop up out of the way. In here, that in the bag at the moment is the canopy for the T-top. You've got your table. You've got your table leg, which is that back one. Sorry, this one here. And you've got your flagpole, which is this one, high one, and this raised anchor light or steaming light, which locates in a socket on the top of the A-frame. Have a fire extinguisher, and your isolator to get the boat going is here. So all the way around to off, and then you bring up to 2, or right the way around to facing forward for both batteries 1 and 2. Okay, the rest of that is just all the wiring tucked out of the way for all of the systems. I'll just leave that up for now. Now up here we have all the controls. Everything is covered. Garmin power isolators there. The Fusion music system power switch is here. The Garmin VHF unit which is wired into this one here, so the DSC function can receive positioning coordinates from that unit. The power switch is there. Now when you're switching on the engine, we've got the isolator down here which you turn on and then start the engine as normal. Once you start the engine, all the information regarding the engine, which is speed, fuel efficiency, revs, is all on that steering wheel here. It's pretty self-explanatory. You do have your same filling point for your hydraulic there if it was ever required. And then down underneath we have the switches which control, which are the lower deck lights down there, lights at the back, the running lights which are green and red, and your high level angle light or your steaming light at the top. Okay. Fuel filler is round to the side here. Remove that, regular unleaded. The fuel isolator is in this locker underneath. That blue lever can shut the fuel off for the winter, or if you need us to shut the fuel off if you're concerned. The actual water separator is that device there. There's a little red ring at the bottom of that clear bowl. If you do see that located floating and not actually on the bottom of the bowl, probably means there's presence of water, and undoing the black turn screw at the bottom will drain the water from the system, and purging the fuel to the engine is a matter of squeezing that bulb a number of times until you actually feel the bulb go hard. Okay. On top holes, that's the flagpole hole. That is the light, which is the extended light in the front console. That should actually just plug in, and when you switch the steaming light on, it should actually activate. Okay. I'm just going to make sure that the isolators are off now. Now in the front, the anchor locker, there is the Dan. I've put in 30 metres of rope, 6 metres of chain, and a 4 kilo Danforth anchor as requested. Some pad remove is just by lifting the leading edge and pulling backwards. You have all these lockers here which you can access, and each one has a light in. Okay, the tubes are all set and they've been checked. They do have automatic reliefs in them. The larger of those two valves at the front is the intake valve. The smaller one on the right is a relief. If it did overpressure due to heat, which I no doubt she's going to quite a hot place, then what will happen is some of the air will be expelled, and therefore the tubes may go slightly saggier in the morning, so it could do with maybe 1 or 2 pumps, and the pump is located in the back. Okay. The rest of the inventory of the boat will be located in this locker on its arrival. Okay, the A-frame can be taken down for the winter by the removal of these bolts, 3 on the front, 1 at the back, and therefore can be taken off. Sorry, it's a quick break there. Just pushed the wrong button. I hope that's basically. I don't think there's anything else that's different on your boat to this one. Apart from that, there's just some modifications. Well, massive increases in the technology of the engine, slight differences in some of the seating and the upholstery, which is a slightly different texture unit. So I hope you enjoy her. She ran very well yesterday on her trials. And if there's any questions, then don't hesitate to drop me an email, give me a call, text, whatever you need to do, and I'll obviously explain as much as I can to make sure the boat is obviously easy and as reliable as you'll need it to be, because I know the engine will be a big improvement in reliability terms for the E-Tech. See you soon. Take care, bye-bye.